You know what sucks? Having majority of your memory throughout your lifetime be that of like shame, insecurity, self-doubt. If you feel like your whole life is like an accumulation of wishing you could lose weight or wishing you were more confident, then this video is for you. Because I know exactly what it feels like to not only feel that weight physically, but also mentally. And so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to finally lose weight for good, to let go of the past versions of yourself who don't have any space. They don't have any room for your future because it's bright, baby. It's so bright. Just wait. We're gonna let go of shame, we're gonna let go of guilt, and we're gonna let go of those self-sabotaging behaviors and cycles that have been keeping you stuck and preventing you from stepping into your potential. This is it. No quick fixes, no more starting over again on Monday, no more hating what you see in the mirror. We're doing the damn thing. Back in 2019, I was fed the fuck up. I was the heaviest I'd ever been in my whole entire life. And I just remember waking up one day and wishing I could like unzip my body and like step out of it. I woke up and I was like, how in the hell did this happen? Like, no way I'm gonna allow myself to get any farther away from myself than I am right here in this moment. And so that's when I made the decision to radically change my lifestyle, change my mindset, and become the person who was capable of losing weight and keeping it off for good. I'd spent all the years prior on that same roller coaster, playing that same tape, wishing I was more confident, wishing I had more energy, wishing I felt good in my body and looked good. I was 23 at the time. I should have been in my damn prime and I looked the worst I ever had. I was like, this is not the life that I want for myself. And if you don't know, I am now a health and fitness coach and I've been coaching since 2020. And I have a major passion for elevating women's mindsets so that they become the person that's capable of achieving that change and that gets the desired result. We're no longer letting any future memories that should be associated with positive, happy times be barred and weighed down by wishing that you were skinnier or wishing that you were more confident. We're not gonna have those thoughts in our memories anymore because you're gonna be that bitch. You are gonna be confident. You're gonna be in the best shape of your life, mentally, physically. So good vibes only from here on out. I'm gonna give you guys 5 things that we need to be implementing ASAP to make this shit happen. No, we need to be in a calorie deficit. You wanna lose weight, you need to be eating less food in a day than what you're expending or burning. So, ideally, we should be starting around 250 to 500 calories less than your maintenance calories. Now, I'm talking about the girlies who are coming from a place of overeating, maybe stress eating, binge eating. This is gonna be your baseline where we start 250 to 500 calories less than the amount of calories you burn in a day. So we need to figure out your total daily energy expenditure. There's tons of calculators online. MyFitnessPal is great because we also need to be tracking our food. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we need to come up with your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, and then we need to calculate decrease 250 to 500 calories a day. That is gonna be your calorie deficit, your daily total calorie target that you're gonna try and hit. On top of that, while yes, it is predominantly calories in versus calories out, we also need to be making sure that we're eating well-balanced whole foods, that we're getting a good mix of those macronutrients, that we're eating enough protein, and that those carbs and fats are well-balanced around that as well. So personally, I like to go ahead and plan my meals around that protein source. So protein first, carbs, fats, I'll plan it around that. But if we're not even in a calorie deficit, you're not gonna lose weight. So that needs to be first. For me, I started from a place where I was eating McDonald's every single day, every day. And so it took a radical change in my diet. I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do all of these things. So my starting point was tracking my food, eating in a calorie deficit, and eating a lean cuisine and calling it a day. As you progress throughout your fitness journey, then we're able to start adding in those other things, creating meals and following recipes and getting creative in the kitchen. But if your baseline right now is just like, I eat shit and I feel like shit, let's just get the habit of tracking your food down first. Yes, your macronutrients are important. Yes, we need to make sure that we are getting more whole foods than we are getting processed foods. But we need to also be intentional about where's your starting baseline at. So that was mine, and so that is what I recommend. Get clear on where we're starting, and then let's come up with like doable goals for you from there. Goal is to lose weight, and we need to eat in a caloric deficit in order to achieve that goal. Tracking your food is an amazing tool. It lets you know whether you're on track or not. I know there's so much resistance to tracking your food, using an app like MyFitnessPal. People hate it. People don't want to do it. And I get it. But we need to understand that it's not forever. It's a means to an end, and it's an amazing tool, one, to make sure that you're on track towards reaching your goals, and then two, to help you learn what is in the foods that you're eating so that eventually, once you have reached your goals, you have all the mental knowledge to be able to maintain because you know what it is that you're eating. You have an idea how many calories are in this. You have an idea whether you way overate that day or whether you underate. You have an idea whether you hit your protein goal and whether you're getting enough. So it's a good tool to help facilitate your fat loss now, and then also to help you learn and have a general understanding of how you're gonna fuel your body later on. Once you've already reached your goal, it's gonna be that segue into being able to mindfully eat and maintain the progress that you've made. We need to track food. We know we need to be in a caloric deficit. We need to work out. We need to move our body. So I recommend that you go ahead and set yourself a step goal. Let's go for a daily walk outside, first thing in the morning, maybe in the evening. If like a 30-minute walk isn't doable for you, come up with what is doable for you. For me, it's 12,000 steps minimum. I'll bump it up to 15 if I'm trying to look a little bit leaner. So that 3,000, 4,000, even 7,000 steps you're getting in a day isn't cutting it. Why am I not losing weight? Maybe I need to move my body more. Okay, so let's bump up those step goals. If you're somebody who works a 9-to-5 office, I get it. I worked for a State Farm agent selling insurance when I first lost weight. I still managed to get my 12 to 15K steps a day. I woke up early in the morning, 5:30 a.m., went outside for a 45-minute walk before I started my day. You've got to prioritize the things that are important to you. So if we get to the end of the night and you're at 7,000 steps and you told yourself you're going to hit 10, baby girl, you got to go walk your butt outside. Go take care of yourself. We have dogs, we have pets, we take care of them. We do what we need to for them. Go walk yourself. Go do what you need to do so that you wake up the next morning feeling proud and ready to rock it again the next day. On top of that step goal, you need to find an exercise or routine that you thoroughly enjoy and that you're gonna be able to stick with. For me, that's strength training. I also coach at Orange Theory. I love Orange Theory. I've been doing it since 2017. So for me, that has my heart. I enjoy working out with my peeps, with my fit fam. And so I like to do Orange Theory about 2 times a week. I prioritize strength training though outside of the gym. And so you need to find something that's gonna work for you, that you enjoy, that you're gonna be able to stick with. If you've got a goal of building that booty, get pumped up, get inspired. You should be excited to go hit legs at the gym 3 times a day. You wanna see that growth, you wanna get those gains, you know? If whatever it's gonna be for you. If you like Pilates, sure, go do Pilates. I think that fad and that trend has kind of hit its peak at this point. That's a whole nother topic of conversation, the whole Pilates princess thing. But besides the point, whatever workout routine that you're gonna be able to stick with is what you should be doing. We definitely need to be doing some sort of resistance training and some kind of cardiovascular training. Your body needs both, not only to function in a healthy way long-term, but also to help facilitate that weight loss, right? We get kind of skinny fat if all we're doing is cardio because we are burning fat, burning calories without the tone, lean, defined muscle definition underneath. So we need both. We need to be building up and shaping your body, lifting weights, resistance training, and then we also need to be doing the cardio on top. One, it's good for your cardio and your respiratory system. So again, just overall functional health and fitness, it's important. But then also that's gonna help you burn the fat, burn the extra calories, get you in that calorie deficit, because that's when that change in that fat loss happens. Okay, outside of the workouts and the nutrition component, right? Those are typical, those are expected. We need to have a mindset and mental shift as well. You could have the best personal trainer, you could have the best workout plan, you could have the best diet, you could have a cook cooking for you. None of that matters if you don't change up here, because all that could go away and you're left with you. We have ourselves for life. And your fitness journey is so much more than your workouts, than what you're eating, than your physical results. It's about the core soul of who you are and how you see yourself, how you believe in yourself, and how you choose to show up. So we can't have long-term sustainable results without having a mental shift and transformation as well. So with that, we need to literally shift your identity. You need to become a new version of yourself. How are we gonna do this? One, let's get crystal clear on the things that are holding you back, the self-sabotaging cycles, habits. For me, it was binge eating for a really long time. From the age of like 15, 16, I struggled with eating as a way to cope with stress, with life, with feeling like I'm good enough. So that was a whole self-discovery journey of doing the inner work that I had to heal as this new version of myself who no longer accepted binge eating as something that I did and as a part of my life. I had to change the mindset to be able to change the behaviors that were keeping me stuck and keeping me fat, quite honestly. For you, it might be drinking. Maybe drinking on the weekends is holding you back. Whatever it is, let's get clear on the core root of the issue and what's self-sabotaging you. When we're able to identify the habits, the addictions, the behaviors that no longer align, the things that you know you need to stop doing, scrolling first thing in the morning, comparing yourself to others on social media, letting social media dictate your day, binge drinking on the weekends, associating and surrounding yourself with people who leave you at a lower vibration than where you met them at. When we are able to identify the things we need to let go of, then we're able to get crystal clear on what we're allowing to come into our lives. We need to figure out, who is she? Who is that girl? Who is your dream girl? Who is your elevated self? How does she act? How does she show up? What does she do that aligns with her highest good? We've got to have that identity shift. And so a big habit that I implemented to become her was, one, first thing in the morning before you even get out of bed, we're not scrolling, we're not consuming other people's lives and letting that dictate the rest of our day. We're doing a 10-20 minute meditation before you even get out of bed. I love Joe Dispenza, he's awesome. Just YouTube one of his meditations. Look into his work and into his books and into the content that's being poured out of that man. It's incredible. But it doesn't even have to be him. Find something that aligns with you. 10 to 20 minutes first thing in the morning when your brain is still in that half awake, half asleep state. You're making that choice to show up as your elevated self. My dad used to tell me when I was in like my deepest, darkest depression, when I was overweight, he was like, Elise, you're not depressed. You just need to turn the key. I used to roll my eyes so hard at my dad. What do you mean turn the key? It's not that easy. Turn the key. Turn the key. Raise your vibration. Open your heart. Let that energy, let that light pour out of you. Show up in alignment. Turn it on. Feel that energy. And so to be able to start your day making that choice before your feet even hit the floor, that you are showing up in alignment, the rest of your day is going to trickle and is going to follow through with that. So morning meditation. The other habit that I do is like a manifestation mindset journal. I write out all of my affirmations. I write out everything that I'm manifesting. And so I'll do that for, usually takes me about 15 minutes a day. Sometimes I do it in the morning. Sometimes I do it midday if I'm needing like a reset. But I've created and cultivated a practice of mindfulness and meditation. And it doesn't happen just once and then you're a new person and you're changed. When I started, I had to meditate in the morning. I had to meditate middle of the day. I had to meditate at nighttime. I had to journal. I had to do all of these things to just like keep my vibration high and to keep staying in alignment with my elevated self. And as I began to practice and as I had multiple touch points throughout the day, I was able to show up as her. And over time, I didn't necessarily have to do it as frequently throughout my day because it became my new baseline. So we need to shift your identity. You need to get serious about your mindfulness practice. It's a practice. It's not easy, but you need to make that conscious decision to show up. And if you feel like your vibes are lowering, if you feel like the old you is creeping in, saying on the way home from work, oh, it's been a long day. A bottle of wine from Publix on the way home might be nice. Skip your workout. You can start over again tomorrow. One day won't hurt. That's when you need to pause, you need to breathe, and you need to reconnect and realign. It's intentional. It's a practice. You're not gonna be perfect every day, but getting back on the next day, that next morning, and making that same conscious decision and choice about who you are and how you're gonna spend your life and your days is gonna make all the difference. We need that piece and that component. Hope some of what I've said has aligned with you. And if it has, feel free to subscribe. I'm gonna be making at least 2 videos every single week, touching on reinventing yourself, touching on mindfulness, manifestation, identity shifting, all so that you can be the healthiest, fittest, happiest version of yourself. It's coming for you. Good things on your way, promise.